we're trying to juggle both of those, being as successful as we can and yet help as many people as we can.
How do you define success?
Well, the way that we have about 7 different areas a lot of different areas that we measure that. But 1 year, we were trying to measure 1 year of clean sobriety as far as from a sobriety standpoint, is what we consider successful. Now, there's a lot of things that, whether they're for us getting involved in a church, finding a support group, whether they've got gainful employment. So there's several different measurements that we do. We have about a 70% graduation rate. So of those that enter our program, about 70% of those graduate. We have about 40 to 50 people a year that get their GED while they're in our program.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of mile markers that we cover, but and even from a success standpoint, there's a lot of individuals that go through the program and they get the seeds and they stay clean for 3 or 4 months. They have a bump in the road, but they get back on track. I would consider those individuals successful as well. But for the most part, when we're, there's a lot of different metrics that we measure. 12 months sobriety is really what we're shooting for.
There you go. Okay.
And I'm sure y'all have counselors and stuff like y'all don't kick them out the door and say, happy graduation, right? If they have people that you can call.
Correct. And for when someone graduates our program, their counselors have already worked through with them an action plan. Their action plans helps them define where they're going to be going to live, what they're going to be doing work-wise, what their accountability person's going to be, where their support group is. So they have a full action plan whenever they leave our program.
Yeah, that's a great question. Cause, you mentioned like whatever the number, 3 months, 6 months, bump on the road.
Right.
If you think about it, like at first it's like, okay, well then $3,500 to get in, then it happens again 6 months later, $3,500 again. It could add up really quick, but y'all are training these guys and girls. If I'm hearing this correctly, like if they do have a bump, they should have, like you said, a field manual,
a team,
right? To go, hey, I just screwed up. This is not right. And then not have to run straight back to y'all. They ought to have a little bit of body armor, right? Or something, right?
Absolutely. And so if they go out and they have a bump in the road, but they already have a solid support system around them, they shouldn't have to come back and go all the way back through the program. Now, we actually just recently launched again a 30-day, but it's specifically more for those that either their job won't let them leave more than 30 days. So everything's still kind of intact, but 30 days is about as long as they can break away. But also for alumni, let's say someone goes out there and they do have a bump in the road, but the wheels haven't totally fallen off, but I just need a safe place for 30 days to kind of get my feet back under me. Yeah. So, but yeah, if we're doing our job really well, then hopefully they're able to keep things together and not ever have to come back to visit.